Hello and welcome to the Complete Abridged Story of Hildibrand. Ready? Here we go. Episode 1, The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. After hearing about a zombie invasion in Oda, we reached the local cemetery to find Nashu, who is doing her best to carry on her partner's work as an inspector. With our assistance, and by that I mean doing most of the heavy lifting, we deal with some surprisingly well-dressed zombies and encounter the leader, Zombie Brand, who turns out to be the Inspector Nashu mentioned and has amnesia from the fall. Okay, so to regain his memories, Nashu figured the best idea is to use explosives to knock those memories back. Sure. And it somehow works, I guess? As Zombie Brand remembers he's Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. After Hildibrand and Nashu, and reluctantly us, deal with a few small cases, like retrieving a random sword for this old dude, and meeting a reporter named Ellie, we get a calling card from a mysterious thief. So Hildibrand changes to a new set of clothes, and a new and strange adventure begins. Episode 2, The Three Collectors. We meet up with Ellie and this collector when Hildibrand and Nashu arrive on the scene. Also, there's other Inspector Briardine. However, we are forced to help this little girl find her vase when we run into Gilgamesh, who broke the very vase by stepping on it. So, after Hildibrand teaches us a really silly dance that may or may not be overused to death, we summon Guardbird, who chases Hildibrand and reveals that he's his dad. Fixes our vase and convinces this collector lady to let us help in a case with Briardine hunting down a weapon thief. After finding Hildibrand's spear, wait around with the Inspector, Nashu, and Greg, keeping an eye out for the weapon thief when Gil sees Hildy's spear and tries to take it back, claiming it's his. After a brief tug of war ensues, Briardine reveals Greg is the weapons thief. So, Gilgamesh runs off towards the big bridge and, after trouncing Hildibrand, challenges us to a duel. We beat him, Greg flees with his golden chicken, and we retrieve this treaty sword thing. We return the sword to the collector woman, who is actually an imposter. We're not doing that meme. The thief sends another calling card, roll credits. Episode 3. A Case of Indecency. We find ourselves in Costa Sol in order to protect a pure maiden who is about to be wed, and our job is to find an impostor among the guests and staff. So not doing the hijinks ensues, like almost blowing up Briardine by accident and Hildibrand taking another bomb to the face. We go out to replace the veggies we destroyed by taking them back from these fruit mandragora and found an impostor after not knowing what the fruit was supposed to be. Once we found the original, we take him back to the bride to be and warn her about the thief who's after her for something or other. After convincing her to go in disguise, Hildibrand came in disguise as the bride to catch the thief red-handed. He got chased by the guards as a result. However, the person he said was a thief turned out to be the actual thief and steals the prize necklace. Thief says another calling card, roll credits. The Coliseum Conundrum. Episode 4. We're back in Oda to stop the thief from stealing the first prize at the tournament. We're then introduced to this gladiator girl and this octopus guy, Ultros, both of whom are up to something. We had to sign up to get it, with Hildibrand setting up as well. We investigate the gladiator girl, who's doing it for her sister, while Ultros tries, and fails, to take us out. Also Papa Godbird and Gil are here. Tournament goes on and the gladiator girl turns out to be a fraud, using this monster, Typhoon, to win, thanks to Ultros' help. But we end up fighting Ultros and his easy friend Typhoon, who we, of course, beat. As we claim our prize, the thief returns to steal it, and Gilgamesh is here. Hijinks ensue. While all this went down, the thief uses Typhoon to blow Greg away and send the ring to him. Godbird tries to help us out by throwing Hildibrand towards it. He overshot. However, the thief claims the ring is a fake and has the second place ring anyway. Garbo uses exposition to explain that the items nabbed are connected to a dead kingdom, calling card word credits. Episode 5, Her Last Vow. Our next job is to locate the thief who killed a few rich folks since his last appearance and unmask him, next to some special powder provided by Briardine. After some hunting and dealing with a random zombie, we finally catch the thief. Oh, it's not the real thief! More hunting later and Godbird joining in, we discover that Nasha has been replaced with some random girl. In a big twist, this woman, whose name's Cece, Ceci? Whatever. And Ellie had been behind the whole thief stuff in order to get revenge on Oldar for their home country with a zombie outbreak. Unfortunately, Hildibrand, trying to be noble and protect the Sultan's one who's been helping us this whole time, gets zombified. But then, another person appears and beats up Cece with a frying pan. This woman turns out to be Hildibrand's mother, Julianne. She then proceeds to beat up Godbird for being an incompetent father and Gil for not reading the room. After we gathered supplies to help cure Hildibrand of the zombie plague with holy water, we confront Ellie, who has also amassed a zombie army. However, the zombies suddenly strike a pose as we find out that Hildibrand is alive! Apparently he's resistant to the zombie virus. I'm not going to even question that. So Ellie surrenders after Hildibrand and Briardine talk her out of it. Everything is all good until Gilgamesh takes the treaty blade and challenges us to one last duel with Enkidu, who's his friend and happens to be a primal and was somehow summoned by Greg. Alright, I'm just gonna accept that this insanity is normal. We accept, and after a fierce duel, we win, with Gil running away after fake surrendering. With all that done, Hildibrand goes off to retrieve the treaty blade, and after Ellie accidentally citing the magic words, the sword launches Hildibrand to parts unknown. Where is he going? Who knows? Find out next time on The Further Hildibrand Adventures! Next time...